Wow. Guys, we've got a lot of news to cover today. I'm sorry it's taking so long, but my mom has been sick. She's had stomach ache, and I've been trying to do a video for Ray Nix that donated to this channel. She's a big Metallica fan, and the Trump orders the Marines militia has bombed Jeffrey Epstein's island. It is true. Thank you for the likes, though. We're going to do something really, really special and different today. By the way, congratulations to Chase Elliott for winning the race today. Unbelievable stuff. I am so happy for him and Bill Elliott. Great family, great people. He deserves it, and what a race he did. Which, if you did not know, they cut Martin Truex Jr.'s box off for Chase Elliott to win. Told you NASCAR was fake. It's supposed to have been Jimmy Johnson winning the race, but they said they had to cut to a different driver instead of the other Rick Kendrick driver. But we're going to wait a little bit longer for them to get in here, and then we'll start. It's taken them a while to get in here because I'm getting shadow banned. If you have not noticed, they kind of cut my video off on the Trump orders the Marines militia to burn Jeffrey Epstein's island. And I just found out why. Trump ordered them to burn the island because of evidence. Trump may be involved with this. Thank you for the 2 likes, though. We know Trump is involved. There's no doubt. And we're going to talk about the bombs and stuff like that. Okay? Alright. There's a lot of game designs I want to show y'all. Ray Nix got to see one of them. I made the car for her. Metallica, Ride the Lightning. We're going to wait until everybody gets in here, though. We are NASCAR Live. And we're going to do real news today. No doubt. Holy crap, we got a bunch. I'm not a big fan of Dutch Chinese because he's lying. Not all of them are bombs. I mean, earthquakes, they're bombs. We got to stop the lying, folks. This is what's going on. What Obama touches is what people don't understand. Every time Obama touches, something blows up. India is his land. He came from India, and they're bombing his land. They even bombed Hawaii to make the volcano erupt. Now there's a hurricane about to hit landfall in Hawaii. The whole island is about to be engulfed into through a hurricane. So we're about to go. But let's go to the news. Shoot. Wow. Okay. I seen that right. Venezuela's president almost got bombed. No surprise. And since you didn't hear the situation, we're going to try to put it on live. Okay, guys? Why not? We're waiting on it right now. Alright, here we go. Enjoy. And enjoy the game designs and the racing.
Very rich person and enrolled sex-guilty party Jeffrey Epstein's private island has been scorched to the ground, following a seismic tremor on Friday. Epstein's Pato Island a most loved escape spot for DC. What's more, Hollywood elites discovered the blaze after a 4.9 tremor that struck off the bank of the British Virgin Islands. NewsMediaWatchdog.com reports. Others say it was purposefully made to demolish proof identified with Epstein's most recent lawful inconveniences. Foundation. A month ago, various outlets gave an account of Jeffrey Epstein's obscene Florida trial being allowed to stay by the interests court. As per a March 14th article on JD Journal, the well-known sexual stalker Jeffrey Epstein is set to go to trial. However, his legitimate group is pushing to get the trial postponed. The Palm Beach very rich person settled claims against him from 3 adolescent casualties for $5.5 million. Epstein asserts that he was convinced to settle the cases by lawyer Bradley Edwards and previous lawyer Scott Rothstein. The case amongst Epstein and Edwards was slated to start Tuesday, March 13, 2018, in the Palm Beach County Circuit Court, after a series of offers documented by Epstein's lawyers Scott Link and Kerry Rockenbach. The 4th District Court of Appeal detailed that since the trial was deferred, Epstein has been investing a large portion of his energy in his private island in the U.S. Virgin Islands. The island, which can be found on Google Maps, is authoritatively named Little St. James Island. Situated on the southwest bit of the island is a bizarre sanctuary-like structure and opening to a conceivable accursed underground office. Image credits, Google. Remarkable open figures, for example, previous President Bill Clinton, have been accounted for to movement with Epstein on his elite island. As per a 2016 article on the New York Post, Epstein has spent the greater part of his grown-up life developing associations with the world's most intense men. Flight logs demonstrate that from 2001 to 2003, Bill Clinton flew on Epstein's private plane, named the Lolita Express by the press, 26 times. After Epstein's capture in July 2006, government charge records indicate Epstein gave $25,000 to the Clinton Foundation that year. Epstein and in addition Prince Andrew from Britain and unmistakable American legal advisor Alan Dershowitz. In January 2015, a 31-year-old American lady, Virginia Roberts, asserted in a sworn affirmation that at 17 years old, she had been held as a sex slave by Epstein. She additionally charged that he had trafficked her to a few people, including Prince Andrew and Harvard law educator Alan Dershowitz. Roberts additionally guaranteed that Epstein and others had physically and sexually manhandled her. She said she had filled in as Epstein's sex slave from 1999 to 2002, including other underage young ladies. Sovereign Andrew, Epstein, and Dershowitz all denied having engaged in sexual relations with Roberts. Dershowitz made lawful move over the assertions. A journal indicated to have a place with Roberts was distributed on the web. Epstein entered and out 2 different claims. The BBC TV arrangement scene arranged an examination of the embarrassment. Starting at 2016, these cases had not been tried in any law court. Kevin Spacey, Chris Tucker, Katie Couric, George, famous people that have allegedly voyaged and celebrated with Epstein previously.
So let me get this straight. Woody Harrelson. I've been trying to tell everybody what I went through and what I've seen in California. It is no joke. This stuff is true. What I don't understand is people are still asleep when we are seeing the West Coast on fire and India being bombed by bombs. Everything that Obama has touched is burning right now, folks. Everything. Hawaii, California, and India. And channels like us, we're out here busting our rear end for free for your freedom. And Ray Nix, thank you again for the donations. Michael Painsworth, he gave me donations. People just don't understand. We're going through a lot lately, and I want you to understand this. I'm having to do this on gaming because of what's going on with our news, being shadow banned and everything. That was what we had on the Trump video on the other channel. That was the real thing, folks. That was the, if you did not, if you just popped in and you didn't hear it, y'all need to go to it. But yeah, without further ado, we've got more news coming out. I'm doing the best I can, and that was my Wrangler car that I created a couple of years ago. Fight series, because we got to shut down the bad ones and keep the good ones on, on the streets. There are some good cops and there are some bad ones, and we get them off the streets. So, and I appreciate that's enjoying that. It's better than the cops. All right, let's go to the next videos. I've got a bunch. Amy, thank you for reporting. You are awesome. Here we go. Let's see here. Where's the earthquake? Okay. 7.0 rocks Lombok, Indonesia. That would be a bomb, folks. That was not an earthquake, but I will tell you this. Everybody else is saying earthquake because they don't have the balls for like an earthquake reacts. Thought you might want to know that. Underground bombs and bombs that almost hit Venezuela's president over the weekend, which he needs to be shot. And by the way, that was ISIS that did that. Phone going. Let's hear about this. Oh, mercy. What is going on with this thing today? Wow. Guys, they're trying to stop me. That means I'm telling the truth, guys. I am telling the truth. Good grief. Mark. Hey, Amy, they're trying to stop me. I just got cut off. I even did the report on the video that was messed up this morning with Trump ordering Marines militia. And if you did not hear me, I'll say it again. And I'll say it again, and I'll say it again, and I will say it again. Trump ordered the Marines militia burn the Pedo Island because of evidence. Trump is involved, folks. You got me? We got a good Marines militia and we got the bad Marines militia. And the bad is burning his stuff because of evidence. Same thing as when Bill Clinton and the Clintons had their house burned on fire. Evidence. If you don't remember that, a couple of years ago, that happened during the going on with Trey Gowdy, which I don't trust Trey Gowdy more than I can throw him, because if you didn't see the banquet with Obama and them, y'all just gotta wake up. 11 children rescued from the nightmarish, heavily armed remote compound in Lombok, India. It was not an earthquake, it was a bomb. Everything is a bomb, guys. Underground bombing. And CERN, Switzerland, digging to the Earth's core for gold, I guess. I don't know. But it's messing up Earth, and it's making islands come up. There's one about them up from California on the left side of the Pacific West. And then there's another one that's about to come up on the East Coast that looks just like my mouth, folks. They're starting to see ground come up from the water. That is wicked, folks. Everything that I have been saying on my channel is coming true. Y'all need to wake up, and it's time to do it now. We're going to go to, there's so many stories, and I'm trying to pick the right ones. Let's go with the Anonymous. We must defend America. Message from Anonymous. This is big. Great work, Amy. Thank you. Oh, shit. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. We can't play music on. Golly. Wow. Okay. I hope they don't. That will strike my channel. If there's any music playing that's not, that will shut me off again. So we got to stop that. We must defend America. Message from Anonymous. If this works, but if it don't, I'm gonna have to cut it off right off the bat if there's any music.
Greetings to all our fellow citizens. Now, folks, in order to defend America, which I believe is incumbent upon all of us, you have to begin knowing our history. You have to know the purpose of the United States of America. You have to know unequivocally and proudly our place in history. And that is why erasing and distorting our history is crucial for the left to succeed. America is under attack from within. Our culture, our history, our founding are under the most direct assault I have seen in my life. And I'm sure it's the same with you. We haven't seen anything like this. And it's being bought and paid for by people from outside America, in addition to inside. That is happening on the left is random. None of the riots, none of the protests. They are not the result of the left being offended by individual acts. Antifa didn't show up in Charlottesville because they found out something was going to happen that offended them. They showed up in Charlottesville to create mayhem and cause hell. They showed up in Ferguson, Missouri to do the same thing. They showed up.
By the way, they showed up in Ferguson. They showed up in California, and they showed up in Charlottesville, where the lady had the heart attack. She never got run over, folks, by that Dodge Charger. I wanted y'all to know that. She got ran over. I mean, had a heart attack. The reason the Dodge Charger moved like it did, somebody hit that Dodge Charger with a baseball bat, and he was moving his Charger real fast. He was pissed off, but he never had a heart attack, folks. So I want you to know that. But everything Antifa is touching is none other than garbage, complete garbage. That's why Charlottesville is under attack right now with the dam breaking. You fought against Antifa, and you fought against everything you're fighting against. They're trying to stop protests, and they're doing it now with floods and earthquakes and volcanoes and tornadoes and hurricanes and hailstorms and snowstorms and everything else. Okay, folks? And they're trying to get your guns. So this is what I want y'all to do. I want you to understand this. Okay? Antifa has been trained by ISIS, aka ICE agents. Trump. It's Trump's boys. Obama's boys. Bush's, Clinton's. Okay? They're college students that did not get paid in college. They don't have no money, and they're trying to make money off the internet from Craigslist and other domains. This is what's going on, okay? And it's only college students, if you've noticed. Every one of them are nerds, complete nerds. They're being trained. They were in the Middle East a year ago, training with ISIS and the military. They're going to take y'all's freedom and your guns. They're helping to shut down your guns, to take your guns. Obama's boys, okay? This is the Lizard Squad. If you did not know, Lizard Squad is Europe and Trump along with Obama. If you did not know, and I'll say this again, Obama hacked the elections to undivide this country some more. And that's what's going on. Whoever thought that Obama would have voted for and helped Trump get the elections for more undividing this country, we've got to do, folks. We've got. If we don't, we're going to lose. We're going to lose big time. I don't understand why this thing is having problems today. But, yeah, they're actors. You're right, Amy. I'm not getting to see all of y'all's messages. I'm trying to sit back I'm hurting today. My back is hurting me. I cannot read your messages today, but you can comment down below. But if you comment stupid stuff, I'm just going to block you and delete you, and you're not ever going to learn the truth. I'm not here to play games. We're running out of time. It's time to hit the NOS button, like Paul Walker. He tried to warn you before they killed him, and you didn't want to listen to him. And Lincoln Park, Chester Bennington tried to warn you. So what we're going to do is do what we can. We're having problems right now with shadow banning, and I just found out Casey sends me a link to go to do videos. I'm going to find out what the crap they're talking about. That does not, this video.com is not shadow banning. So let's see if that works. If it does, I may go in to help y'all. But I'm working hard for y'all. I want y'all to understand that. But let's listen to what Anonymous has to say. But everything, if you know, floods are happening in Charlottesville, Virginia is being flooded on purpose to get your guns, just like Hurricane Harvey. Let's keep on.
In Baltimore to do the same thing, and wherever they show up today and tomorrow and next week, it's by design, on purpose, has an objective and an agenda. And that agenda is erase and impugn our history. It is crucial if they are to succeed, because, you see, if enough Americans can be persuaded that America, as founded, is unjust, if enough Americans can be persuaded that America, as founded, is inherently racist and immoral and illegitimate, then it will be all that much easier to erase America as founded. Sometimes you're so close to the forest you don't see the trees. That's what we are in the midst of here, an ongoing effort to erase America by discrediting the entire premise of our culture, in as many American minds as possible that America as founded is not worth defending. This is a very serious effort that is underway. Sadly, it has a lot of allies. It has a lot of people helping it that ought to be opposing it, but they are choosing what they think is the path of least resistance, which is defined by the media. You've got several Republicans who I believe are unwittingly participating in the effort to cast America as indefensible, particularly with Donald Trump as president. The attacks on Trump, the characterization of his presidency, is designed to show how really flawed America is. The Constitution. That means it's time to get whatever made Trump possible. It's time to change it and get rid of it. This is very serious stuff happening here, and it has the aid and support of the media, which means it has the aid and support of the worldwide left and the Democrat Party. America's profound morality, kindness, widespread prosperity, and design is self-evident. But that assumes that factual, historically accurate reporting in education is taking place, and we know that it isn't. America isn't known. It is a crime that those characteristics of our country are in the process being cast and erased. We have been in the midst of hysterically inaccurate education for generations. America is unique. America copied no other country. Every other country was a copycat of others, with governments that denied individual freedom, denied opportunity, denied sovereignty. That's what was copied. Tyranny. Authoritarianism, living in poverty, living in sickness, until the United States came along, which copied nothing. The United States and its founders rejected all of that tyranny, oppression, poverty. In America, the individual was the supreme power. That is being erased under the premise individual is corrupt. The individual is likely a racist or a transphobe or a homophobe or some other ill-prepared sack of humanity. And so we need to overcome the corruption that is the individual, that incomparable embrace of humanity that is the United States of America. There's no place on this planet that human beings would rather be than the United States of America. And yet, a hellhole, a sewer, a garbage dump, or a dungeon. And they're in the process of actually creating all of that. Under the incomparable embrace of humanity that is the United States is under attack. Leftists, Democrats seek control over 100% of things, such as the Affordable Health Care Act. They accomplish it with one lie after another. The lies being told today are the lies designed to convince people their country is not worth maintaining as it is. Their country is not worth maintaining as founded because it was founded as racist, sexist, bigoted, homophobic, you know the drill, immoral and illegitimate. Ignorant people will not remain free for very long. The media is working on a path parallel with school systems to actively and passively distort information to wipe out from the vestiges of our history and our memory any collection of stories that testify to the greatness of America and her people. Thank you for your attention. We are anonymous.
There you have it, folks. Anonymous telling it like it is, and I've been telling you like it is. They are making this United States of America garbage, a disposal, pretty much an embarrassment. And if you did not know, and I'll say this one more time, Donald Trump is not from America. He's from Scotland. I thought you might want to know that, folks, since you've been played. He thinks he's Triple H and he's the game, or John Cena with the John Cena sign he's been doing, or the back upside down triangle like Aleister Crowley, right? Just saying. I mean, people need to wake up. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to wake you up. I'm one of the smartest dudes online. Kevin Shipp told me to go to the game designing and go to gaming on YouTube. You're not going to be shadow banned. And he's right, because when I did the Trump video, I got shadow banned. But at least you got the first part of it that was true. If you want to hear the whole thing again and you just popped in, it's at the start of this video. We're not stopping. Antifa is a warning to you. The Marines militia, the real Wolverines, are waiting on you. You don't have a chance with your college student. Your scholarships are about to go down the drain, boys. We're going to knock you into the next year, regardless who's with you. I don't give a damn if it's Trump. I don't care if it's Obama. And I certainly don't care if it is Donald Rumsfeld and all these other idiots. John McCain that had sex with kids. Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, raped 13-year-olds. Let me tell you something, old folks. You think you made us poor? Guess what? You actually made us rich for bringing in the internet. You're stupid for bringing in the internet for the chip. Because guess what? I'm the smart one here, giving out the real information of what's happening. And the people that's messaging me on the other channel telling me I'm stupid, no, you are. You are. And you send me messages saying, that video didn't even make any sense. Yes, it did make sense. You didn't make sense. And I've been telling you we've been getting shadow banned. And if you say another word, I'm not here for your comments down below. Yeah, so be it. If there's some good ones, fine. I don't have a problem with it. But I'm not getting paid for comments. I'm not getting paid for views. I'm not getting paid for subscribers. I'm getting paid for my freedom and for your freedom, kids. And the ones that's acting like kids on there, that trolling me, that's grown-ups, grow up. Because I'm telling you right now, you will be dead by the government if you do not listen to us. And I mean us, as in Kevin Shipp, Edward Snowden, and John Moore. says y'all are the stupidest motherfuckers they've ever seen commenting on me. When I'm trying to save you and your family, let me tell you something right now. If you want the UN to come in and rape you and put a damn dildo up your ass. Yeah, I had to say it that way because you don't know how to fucking wake up. Because when they screw you in the ass without a condom, that's AIDS right there, you dumb son of a bitch. And that goes to the ladies too that says, we're just going to wait on God. Well, guess what? God ain't got here yet. Until then, you save your kids. Bottom line. We're tired of the rape and the killings. Stop it. Drop your guns, African Americans. Start waking up. And if you don't, it's your funeral. Let's go to the next story. What is the next story? All right. Net for truth. USA, New Mexico child trafficker is caught. I don't believe it. I really don't. I'm sorry. I really don't. I don't think it's true. I think it's all a lie. Because all the child traffickers are doing all this. That's why Russia's coming in. I don't trust it. I really don't. Kid hunting game in Voodoo Donuts. Never heard of that. Pizzagate. His body temp reached 109 degrees just walking to the park. Yeah, but that does not surprise me. That's CERN Switzerland pulling the sun flares toward us. So, thought you might want to know that. Carrier sent to potential fight with Russia and China. Makes you want to say, Looks like Wolverine. Good show. You have to listen to this one, Amy. I like this guy. He's actually good.
What's up, guys? It is Marth. It is August 4th, 2018. I'm going to see if I can get this thing set up. It wants me to stream in landscape. Alright, so there's some big news happening today, you guys. Apologize for anybody that's watching this afterwards. Been a good amount of time in the ER last night, so I'm recovering. So I apologize if I'm not my normal self, whatever my normal self is.
Okay, first of all, you went to the ER for what? Nothing, because they're not giving you any medicine no more. It's all color coded, and it's your Medicaid is turning to chemtrails. You're swallowing, believe it or not, you're swallowing little beady pieces of aluminum foil. I thought you might want to know that. While you're swallowing that, and the 5G towers are coming up, they're going to electrocute you. That's why I don't take a damn pill no more. I'm smart. Like Spider-Man would say. And he's touching his head on the Facebook Messenger little sticker. He said, think about it. Who's doing all these chemtrails? None other than Bill Gates. Let's keep on. Keep on going back to the doctor like they really care about you. NWO, right? That's who controls the doctors anyways.
Business Insider, which I can attach the article down below in the description after this is done, just said that we just sent out 3 of our carriers towards a potential fight with China and Russia. Now, of course, that kind of headline gets a lot of people's attention, but they are sending 3 of our Nimitz-class carriers, the Vinson, the Lincoln, and the Stennis, over towards the fight
Message is received from Rachel Nix. Message is just got home we are beat sun face fire, about to go through my notifications. I see you have cool videos posted, cool sign hugging face folded hands light skin tone happy person light skin tone female sign hooray light skin tone thumbs up light skin tone light skin tone.
Which now China has.
Thank you,
joined.
Rachel.
So I tried to look at the things that are pieces of the puzzle. It's pretty crazy that our big concern is China and Russia. We've been in this proxy war with with Russia in Syria, and now China is joining as well. Both Russia and China have financial gains if Assad takes over that place. So there's some pretty big stuff going on. When you go back to the root of it, it's all money.
Right.
And for money, a lot of people are going to die.
And gold and oil and food and water, because we are running out of food due to the sun baking your farms. Your farmland is about gone, folks. They're having to bring all the food underground that's left on purpose for the elites. They're going to leave us for dead. If you don't have food, water, and guns, and solar power panels, and windmills up on your roof trying to get power to your house, you might as well just go back to Bonanza. That's the way I look at it. So I would wake up. Let's keep on. Good story.
If you watch my channel, you know I have a belief that World War III is inevitable. Unless aliens come down and basically evolve us to the point where we don't care about money and we don't care about material things, then...
Wait a minute. Dude, I'm going to call you out. There's no aliens. The only aliens that's been built right now is in China. And Area 51 is nothing but robots. Okay? We've got a bunch of aliens coming very, very soon. We're already seeing them up in the sky, but it's not aliens. It's China's drones burning people's houses down in California and other places. They're kind of trickling all around the state now, all over the United States. So I want you to remember that. Let's keep on. Golly, I'm really enjoying this.
It's just inevitable. People are jealous. People are horrible. People are evil. People are corrupt.
Yep.
And that's what's going on right now. I mean, you can say the war is about morals or this or that. It's really, it comes down to money. And what's going on right now almost exactly plays with the timeline I was given. This is all playing out like it was set up. China joining the Syria war, Assad and Russia gaining more land, taking things back, and us coming out with all this new technology. It's like they're itching to use.
But listen to me, sir. All right. You may know a little bit what's going on, but you don't know it all. Damascus is going to be in ruins very, very soon. When Damascus goes into ruins, by the way, if you did not know this, Putin and Trump said this in the meeting, the private meeting, that there's a lot of oil under Syria, the city, okay? And that's why they're blowing up people's cities and states right now, is because of oil. But by 2020, 2021, there's going to be nothing but electric cars and boats and helicopters and trains and automobiles and boats. Let's see here. We already said boats. Helicopters, planes, all that you travel in will be electric. Okay? One of your cars is going to sound like Knight Rider when it's got, you know, the way it sounded in the 80s. That's what it's going to sound like. Everything is going into the night 2000. Okay? We're about to start doing electrical stuff. They want you to either start going electrical or die. Bottom line, they're not going to talk about it anymore. So I'm not leaving my Camaro. I love it. But that's what they're planning on doing. That's what they're going to try to do, folks. That's their plan. I thought you might want to know that. Let's keep on.
To all of this military technology, there's money in war. And think about this, like George Bush right before re-election, 2003, when we did it was probably before that, but the threat of war always keeps people in office. And not saying that that's what's going on, but that's happened a lot. If you look back the last 100 years of presidents, it's kept a couple of them in office. So a brain war or something like that could definitely play a part of this. But if you look, I will attach the article, Business Insider. I mean, they put it straight up. They said, we are sending carriers over there for a potential fight with China and Russia. You know, you can put whatever slant on it that you want. But there's some stuff going on. And
not true.
People like have been calling this. There's tons of stuff that it's all going to fit into a puzzle. After it's all said and done, people are going to say, well, the signs were all there.
Yep.
But, you know. So, just wanted to let you guys know, I'm going to try to do a video that combines the articles that have been coming out, the news that has been coming out. Independent voices like myself have been voicing concern for the whole China getting involved in Syria. Israeli News Live just did a piece on. None of this is good. So yeah, I'll be on later. I'm still recovering. So thank you guys. Be safe. Be prepared. And Marv out.
Well, there's another thing I've been noticing. They've been taking out the land in Hawaii, no doubt. And now what I'm finding out is there is a deal being made by Trump and administrations on purpose for Alaska to be attacked because of the oil there. And that will be Russia's land. That's what I'm finding out now. So everything is happening on purpose because our government didn't do nothing but party, so we're having to give land and money and gold, and we're gonna be out of money, folks. Okay, and if you don't fight back, then it's your fault. It's actually the government's fault, but we got to fight for our freedom so we can let them know, hey, we're here, and we're not gonna let you take us down and give our jobs to robots and our lives to robots, because now they're saying that we don't even own none of our land. We don't own none of our houses. We don't own our cars. We don't own nothing. I mean, you can just think about what you think, and you can say you're wrong, Andrew, but the signs are there. Look what's happening in California. The houses are being cut like a piece of cake. I mean, halving them. I mean, like just splitting them down the middle with nothing but lasers and catching everything on fire. And this is happening in the middle of the night while you're asleep. I told you not to go to sleep at night, but that's the time that they're going to try to come in and raid you. And that's what they're doing right now. They're raiding you. They're burning you into houses, and they're taking your bodies, and either you're being sold to prostitution. If you're good looking enough, they're going to use you. If you're not, they're going to kill you. That's it. Bottom line. That's their plan. They're training, they're teaching you if you're going to do what they tell you to do. And if you don't slave to them, you're dead. Pretty much. So I'm kind of fed up with the stupidity on YouTube. Some of these channels are ignorant, and I'm just calling them out like it is. That's all I got to say. Yeah, I'm awake. Marilyn, okay. Somebody just sent me a message on my BP Earthwatch. If you not noticed, I've been getting a lot of views on that. 22,000 views. Thank you, but I'm not getting paid for it. Wished I was, or I'd be a rich man right now, because everything's coming true. BP Earthwatch submarines ready to blow up West Coast. Share viral is not going to be an earthquake after the bomb goes off. Okay, and this is what they just said. And I do this a lot on live. If somebody sends me a message while I'm live right now, are you awake to the signs of the time? Have you accepted Jesus Christ? Yes, as your Lord and Savior. He offers the only true safety and protection. He is coming soon. Yeah, he's coming soon, but right now we are being deceived and delusioned right now in the Bible. There is ways that's happening right now. Okay? So thank you for the compliment and thank you for the message. Hit that bell and subscribe to me. Share. Let everybody know what's going on. But yes, I have one. Marilyn DeSoros. What a name. All right, that's good. Let's see if there's any more before I start the other. All right. Casey says start posting your videos on realvideo.com. People are moving there to prevent censorship from this channel. I'll do what I can. There might be other rules. I gotta study it, see what's going on. But thank you, Casey, for the work you're doing and helping me out to help others. I don't know who you are, but thank you. There's so many mysterious people out there that's trying to help me, but you've got a bunch of clowns out there that I'm putting in their spot. All right, let's see here. What's next? What is the next move? All right. And this is Rachel Nix. She's texted me, gave me her phone number and everything. The one that gave me the donations, that's giving me the donations. She's sending them out this week. She said she's got to go to the bank. That's thankful. Thank for people like that that's rich that wants to help people. Thank you, Rachel. And your man, Brian, just got home. We are about to go through my notifications. I see you have cool videos posted. And she's got a bunch of emojis, pray, love, and thumbs up with the two hands. And she's smiling and excited that she's helping somebody. Thank you. Seriously. Let's go to the next one. Amy is working her rear end off too. She don't have a lot of money, but she knows she's helping people. And that is big. And that is better than anything. I don't know anything about this dragon stuff, okay? Alright, let's go to the next deal. California Fire sends urgent message, new mandatory evacuations implemented. Alright, Mr. MBBB333. Here we go. Good guy right here. We're going to beat these guys. We're going to beat the NWO, but we got to work together. And if we don't, it's your funeral. They already, that's another breaking news. Texas, they have ordered more FEMA coffins, and they showed FEMA tombstones and stuff out there. They've already dug a big grave for all of y'all if y'all don't fight back. And that's what they're doing. I tried to warn you. It was coming.
3rd, 2 p.m. Mountain Time, 28. Guys, this video is just a quick update on the Mendocino wildfire in north central California. It's called the Mendocino Complex. It's a combination of two wildfires that they're considering one. And right now, unofficially, I think it's the largest wildfire burning in California, according to this morning's reports that I'll read to you here in just a second, or at least part of it. But first, there's been an urgent message sent out. This is the first of actually 3 where they've issued a mandatory evacuation order near Potter Valley, actually in the area of Potter Valley. This was sent out by CAL FIRE, the latest one, 2 p.m. So here just recently. And it says evacuation warning, Mendocino County. When immediately the following area issued an evacuation warning. Community of Potter Valley, east of East Side, Potter Valley Road, and El River Road, south of the El River, west of Mendocino Lake County line, and north of Mid Mountain Road. If you look at that on Google Maps, you can see it's just north of the Mendocino Wildfire Complex, which is right in here. This area is the area that's been issued the mandatory evacuation warning. If you look at it real closely on Google Earth, you can see that the left side of this valley saw wildfire activity recently. This side, however, has not. So that's why they're urging people to evacuate.
Thank you
on
for the
this
5
side
likes.
as the winds are picking up in the area. Gusts of over 30 miles per hour this afternoon and this evening for the next several days. Pretty incredible, and that's going to make fighting these wildfires even more difficult. They're still visible from space. You can see them here at the College of DuPage visible satellite loop. Smoke extending now from the Mendocino wildfire through 3 states. That's several hundred miles. This is the Mendocino wildfire right here. According to the latest updates this morning, the Mendocino wildfire is now unofficially, at least according to what I'm reading, the largest wildfire in the state of California at 153,000 total acres. This is from this morning at 7 a.m. from CAL FIRE. The Carr wildfire, as of 7 a.m. this morning, was at 131,000 acres. And it is, I think, 39% contained now. The Mendocino fire is at 30% total containment. But with these high winds, that's going to make this even more challenging. So just a big heads up, guys. I know most of you living in this area are well aware of the situation, but those of you that may have friends or family out here, there's been yet another mandatory evacuation order issued for just north of the Mendocino wildfire complex. And I wanted to touch on these big dust clouds that are moving around through the Atlantic and the North Atlantic. They do look like, to me, they are headed towards the UK and will probably reach the UK and Ireland probably within the next 24 to 48 hours, if they're not there already. Portugal, completely engulfed in from sands of the Sahara. Most of Spain, it's entering France, will more than likely, and I'm talking the thicker that you see here, the tan. The light green, it's already there. It's these thicker clouds that will make very dark red, bright orange sunrise and sunsets. So look for a spectacular sunrise in the morning if you're in Ireland or the UK. And you're already seeing them in Portugal and Spain as this large dust cloud moves into the North Atlantic. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a super day and be safe out there.
Yeah, those are the China drones that's messing up California again. I just found this out. This has been going on for a long time, folks. The fires have been going on for a long time. This is another reason they're doing this. They're blaming y'all for smoking. If you've not heard, they're about to start a smoking ban on all the states because of this, knowing that this is China that's doing this, okay? And the United States is doing it too, okay? It ain't just China, it's all of them. Just to start another 9/11 plot. They're doing it again, guys. The 9/11 plot is happening almost every day now. Every day. Y'all thought that there was airplanes hitting the building, and guess what? It wasn't. It was drones and delusion, and you're being lied to, folks. You're being lied to. You should have known that when you seen your food stamps and your Medicaid and your housing going to illegal immigrants that's taking your jobs. All right, let's keep on. I'm going to go to the next one. Alright. We've already talked about this. Let's go to the next. What's the next plan we got here? The police officers. Okay, we're going to go to this. By the way, anybody messages me on comments about religion, they're deleting you, blocking you, and kicking you. So if you get blocked, kicked, and deleted, subscribe to me again and try not to say anything in the comments section. This is YouTube, and Google is has a different religion than you. Okay, thought you might want to know that. So wake up over there. Y'all haven't been listening or watching all my videos, and if y'all are new, I've already said this I don't know how many times. If you want to stay on my channel. All right. Net for Truth USA ad mine something. This is weird. If you don't think there is a government conspiracy, which conspiracy is a pedophile word, by the way, to drug your children, you need to see this. Well, I've been already saying this. You give a vaccine shot to the kids, you might as well put your kids in the special ed. That's all I got to say. All right, let's keep on. More news.
Will become clinics whose purpose is to provide individualized psychosocial treatment for the student, and teachers must become psychosocial therapists. This will include biochemical and psychological mediation of learning, as drugs are introduced experimentally to improve in the learner such qualities as personality, concentration, and memory. Children are to become the objects of experimentation. Source: the National Education Administration's report on education activities exposed in the book The Unseen Hand by Ralph Epperson. So anyone who believes that a public school education is at all beneficial to a child should go back and see that this horrific statement was made in the 1970s. They've had 50 years since then to perfect their MK Ultra plan. And they've had more than 100 years.
MK Ultra is the microchip that they're going to put in while you've been eating aluminum foil, your medication. Somebody told me that it's time for me to take my medication. You must know why I haven't, because you're being controlled by the medication. Okay? Maybe you need to go and take your medication, because every time somebody takes their medication, they're suicidal. They kill people. They kill themselves. That's why the cops are shooting them in the head. So keep on going and taking your medication, dumbass.
Of practice to silence and discredit those who oppose them, the crooked judges are in with them. Their agenda is the ongoing satanic sacrifice both in vivo and on children, and more recently in silico, by human trafficking on the dark web. Only recently has this information become available for public perusal, now that we have the internet and social media. But not for long if the social justice warriors and the trolls get their way. When your right to speak or your right to listen or turn it off is in any way infringed, it won't be too long before Orwell's 1984 comes true. When they put their hand on your mouth or their fingers in your ears, it's time to bust a cap in their ass or spread them and take it. We see by the evidence.
Thank you. I don't know who you are, but I'm going to subscribe to you right now. Not bad. He's right. They put a finger up your ass. I'm going to say it this way. They put a finger up your ass or a dildo up your ass, you know you're dead. You know you're complete done. You're following their lead, and you're doing what George Soros is telling you, the Nazi from Hitler. Got me? All right, let's keep on going. Nice work, son.
That many people are still asleep. Even those who think they're awake are in in a state of stuck on stupid. As my good friend Stony Stone said in a recent telephone conversation, quote, some of these assholes don't have enough sense to pour piss out of a boot, end quote.
He's smart enough to pour piss out of a boot.
I like that analogy. If you believe that the government, or any part of it, federal, state, county, parish, city, or town, gives a rat's ass about you, then the smoke that has been blown up your ass all these many years and decades has finally made it to your brain pan. If you believe the justice system is in any way concerned with the truth of anything, then I submit to you that you should have met Jerry the Jew Rosenstein and spent some time with him like I did. An education in reality, a red pill before the Matrix was conceived, an awakening into the ideology.
Speaking of red pill, blue pill or the red pill? Hold on, Democrat pill or the Republican pill? Actually, you're swallowing because they're both on the same side. Boom! Boom, 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 boom! Again. I got you again, Democrats and Republicans. Riddle me this, riddle me that. Who is afraid of a big black bat? Woo! It's showtime, folks. I'm the Scorpion Death Drop all over the NWO. Booyah!
Of global mindfuck, a realization of the illusion, this apparency, this dream, this dementia and virulent psychopathy we call the United States of America. For the terrible one.
Wait a minute. You mean ancient Babylon? It was never America. We never was free, guys. Y'all were delusioned. Y'all been lied to. We've never been free. And if we were free, we wouldn't be having to pay for insurance on our cars, having to pay tags that's sitting in the driveway, and they got a drone, and they're taking pictures of your cars and everything, and telling the government that you're not paying your insurance because your car's sitting in the driveway because it's broke down. Just saying, folks.
Is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off, that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth at the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. Isaiah 29, 20, and 21. Thank you, Jesus, for the second real president I have seen in my lifetime. We have collectively laid hands and called his blessing and hedge of angelic protection.
But wait a minute. The second best president? We haven't had a good president. All of them are controlled. Trump is Jeffrey Epstein's best friend. You need to wake up. They raped and murdered Natalie Holloway.
Around you. The devil whispered into President Trump's ear and said, "You're not strong enough to withstand the storm." President Trump whispered back, "I am the storm."
Oh, really? He is the storm? I kind of figured that. You're right, he is the storm. That's why all the storms are happening. Well, that's so beautiful. Some of it was good and some of it was a lie. Because Trump is not your. Yeah, he's the storm eye. He's been the storm since 9/11. All right, let's keep on going. What's the next one? All right. Net fourth truth at USA, New Mexico child trafficking caught. Well, we'll see. I don't believe it, but I'm going to report it because we know all of them are child trafficking these kids. Every one of them, even the president. Let's keep on. Thanks for the 6 likes. Appreciate it. I'm sure I'll get more likes and views after the show.
This story was just sent to me, and you see that it broke 34 minutes ago as I'm reading it, and I'm doing this on the fly. I have not read this whole thing, but I was told that this is record-breaking because veterans on patrol are after these same people. This is from the Associated Press. The headlines read, New Mexico Sheriff, compound search, 11 kids removed. This broke 34 minutes ago. I will leave a link to this article in the description section. Taos, New Mexico. Law enforcement officers searching rural northern New Mexico compound for a missing 3-year-old boy didn't locate him, but found 11 other children in filthy conditions and hardly any food, a sheriff said Saturday. The children, ranging in from 1 to 15, were removed from the compound in the small community of Amelia, New Mexico, and turned over to state child welfare workers, Taos County Sheriff Jerry Hodgeruff said. 2 men were arrested during the search, while 2 women at the compound were initially detained before being released, pending further investigation, Hodgeruff said. One of the men, 39-year-old Siraj Faryaj, was jailed on a Georgia warrant alleging child abduction, while the other man, identified only as Lucas Morton, was arrested on suspicion of harboring a fugitive, Hodgeruff said. Online records checked Saturday didn't list defense attorneys who could comment on behalf of the men. The search stemmed from an investigation involving the Taos County Sheriff's Office, the FBI, and Clayton County, Georgia authorities, Hodgeruff said in a statement. Amalia is 145 miles or 233 kilometers northeast of Albuquerque and in an isolated desert near the New Mexico-Colorado border. Hodgeruff said authorities had conducted surveillance of the compound while looking for the missing boy before he decided Thursday to get a search warrant immediately after Georgia investigator forwarded a message which someone at the compound reportedly told another person that people at the compound were starving and needed water. Hodgeruff said the search did not turn up the missing boy, identified by the sheriff as A.G. Walhaj, but that investigators had reason to believe the boy had been at the compound fairly recently. It is not clear whether the boy and Siraj Walhaj are related. There were no injuries during the search, the sheriff said, but Walhaj and Morton initially refused to follow commands, and Walhaj was armed with a rifle and 4 handguns, Hodgeruff said. There was little food in the compound, which consisted of a small travel trailer buried in the ground and covered by a plastic with no water, plumbing, and electricity, he said. Doesn't that sound familiar? It sounds like something that veterans on patrol uncovered a couple of months ago and everybody poo-pooed. The only food we saw were a few potatoes and a box of rice in the filthy trailer, the sheriff said. The adults and children appeared like refugees, not only with no food or fresh water, but with no shoes, personal hygiene, and basically dirty rags for clothing, the sheriff said. We all gave the kids our water and what snacks we had. It was the saddest living conditions and poverty I've seen. Now, who the hell's this guy? This guy's one of the chapeeps that was running the place, I guess. Okay. That's the end of that story. So we see that veterans on patrol are not blowing smoke up anybody's ass. They're down there for a reason, and they're down there, and this is what happens. This is happening all over the place, and this is the first time I've seen any mainstream news agency report on any of this, and I think somebody at the Associated Press is going to get his ass handed to him, because this is going to lead to bigger and better things. I believe it's going to be the straw that breaks the back of all the people who are poo-pooing this stuff and saying, oh, this doesn't happen, this doesn't happen, this doesn't happen, all you guys are full of shit, and you're all a bunch of bullshit artists, and you're chasing, straws. Well, 800,000 children missing every year. Where do they go? And that's by their own admission, by the way. This is not something I'm pulling out of my ass. This is their own admission. So, on their website, where Laura Silsby, the one who was caught red-handed taking 33 children out of Haiti, was caught red-handed, tried, convicted, put in prison, and released via the influence of the Hildebeest and her rapist husband. So, this is something that I am going to follow up on and get the bottom story of it, whatever it is. There's nothing else on the internet pertaining to this at all that I can find. So, this I'm breaking right now, and I think veterans on patrol are definitely vindicated by this story. This is Dave from Net for Truth USA. Thank you for listening.
That was a pretty good story, but that was not the police that did that. That was the Marines militia again. The same people that helped the Hurricane Harvey groups. By the way, that is my car that I created. The other ones that y'all are seeing is just me driving the cars from the game. But this is one of my cars that I created. I'll show you the engineering lemonade kickstart. That was actually fun to make. I actually made this car. Let's go. Wrong way. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Maybe not. It's pretty sad that I haven't played this game in so long. I done forgot how to do the controls. Okay, this is it. This is the Mountain Dew, the car that I made. Kickstart. I actually made this car for Brianna. She's a big Earnhardt Jr. fan. Haters love me. She's got a car like this too. I think it's pink. Which y'all will see all the cars. But I hope y'all enjoyed that one. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next news story. What is next? Keep on going. Alright. Just reported. Sharia law recognized by British High Court in landmark ruling. Well, I've been warning everybody it's coming to America too. So let's listen to it. Everybody needs to know the law because they've changed it. Right. So.
Sharia law recognized by British High Court in landmark ruling. Sharia law now recognized by British High Court for the first time after a judge made a landmark ruling, quote unquote, which is set to act as a precedent and allow a Sharia legal system to run in parallel with UK law. That's right. The High Court ruled that a Muslim couple's Sharia law marriage conducted in a ceremony called a nikah falls under British matrimonial law despite it not being legally recognized as such. The judge heard that the Pakistani couple, Mrs. Akhtar and her businessman husband, Mohammed Shahbaz Khan, had lived in London, Birmingham, and Dubai. They had taken part in a Sharia law ceremony at a restaurant in Southall, West London, nearly 20 years ago.
Wow.
Mrs. Akhtar said the ceremony was conducted by an imam before about 150 guests. What does this precedent mean for Sharia law in Britain?
Hold on, folks. My PlayStation just froze. Just listen to this while I'm fixing it. Sorry about that. I don't play PlayStation that much no more, but I thought I'd show y'all my old game designs.
In a high-profile case in the High Court, Mrs. Akhtar and her businessman husband Mohammed Shabazz Khan were deemed to have a valid marriage. The court's recognition of Sharia law means Nasreen Akhtar will be free to bring her case to the divorce court and claim her share of the assets of her marriage. The case will have significant implications for women who marry under Sharia law but not UK law, and could give them the right to divorce their husbands and split the assets related to the union, as well as securing a divorce more easily. More widely, the ruling provides support to Islamic extremists trying to claim parts of the country as their own fiefdoms, subject to their own arbitrary laws.
Wow.
There are thoughts to be at least 100 Sharia law courts operating dispensing Islamic justice outside the remit of the British legal system. Quote, Sharia controls.
So whoever is the president over there in Europe is doing the same thing here. So it was Obama, either Obama did that or somebody that is family of Obama is doing this, because it's the same plan. That's why they're going to get blown up. Russia's going to blow them up with the rod of God.
Owns and quote have sprung up around the country with Sharia religious police patrolling streets to enforce the local population obey the radical Islamic law. So whether you're a Muslim or not, you're in that area, you have to abide by the radical Islamic law. Express reports. When Canadian Liberals tried to make rulings in Sharia courts legally binding in 2004, the idea was quickly abandoned after protests from Muslim women. They said the very reason they had come to Canada was to escape Sharia law in their homelands. The same is true in Britain. Those who have most to fear from Sharia law are not white Christian families, but Muslims themselves, especially women. Yet it has been left to a crossbencher in the House of Lords, Baroness Cox, to table a private member's bill on Sharia law, which would.
If you did not know, Sharia law is coming from none other than the Pope Francis that likes to rape and eat kids. Let's go. Let's keep on. I'm enjoying this.
Make it an offense, punishable by up to 5 years in jail, for Sharia courts to misrepresent their powers or pressurize anyone into accepting their judgments. If the government does not like Baroness's law, it should pass its own legislation. When Parliament passed the 1996 Arbitration Act, it did not envisage that Islamists would use it to establish a system of Sharia courts, and there's no reason why it cannot be reversed to exclude them. The alternative, as we have seen this week, is for the government to sit back while extremists try to claim parts of the country as their own fiefdoms, subject to their own arbitrary laws.
That's what they're planning.
It is a disgrace that a country so outwardly committed to human rights should allow this to happen. This is by Baxter Dimitri on your Newswire.
That does not surprise me. Everything that's happening, folks, is on purpose. And y'all are letting it happen. Wow. Boom. So, there you have it on that one. Let's go to the next one. I'm sure there's more news. Shoot.
Is this thing even turned on?
Nope. You're just not even turned on. You don't even know what's going on. Alright. You strikes down do video over pornograph claims. What? I don't understand this one yet, but let's play it and let's figure it out on our own, on ourselves here. It says YouTube strikes, I guess, down do video over pornography claims. Well, they're going to start putting porn. Look at that. It froze again. I declare. Alright, let's try again. May not even get to do that no more. How about that? We'll figure
I'll
something out.
answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
That's true.
Son, we live in a world that has walls, and those walls have to be guarded by men with guns. Who's gonna do it? You? You, Lieutenant Weinberg? I have a greater responsibility than you can possibly fathom. You weep for Santiago and you curse the Marines. You have that luxury. You have the luxury of not knowing what I know, that Santiago's death, while tragic, probably saved lives, and my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives. You don't want the truth because deep down in places you don't talk about at parties, you want me on that wall. You need me on that wall. We use words like honor, code, loyalty. We use these words as the backbone of a life spent defending something. You use them as a punchline. I have neither the time nor the inclination to explain myself to a man who rises and sleeps under the blanket of the very freedom that I provide, and then questions the manner in which I provide it. I would rather you just said thank you and went on your way. Otherwise, I suggest you pick up a weapon and stand a post. Either way, I don't give a damn what you think you are entitled to.
Hey folks, and welcome to another video from A Plain Truth. Well, I just want to give you a heads up. I got a copy strike for a piece that John Knox did, very important piece. It's getting a lot of views on about a house being cut in half, obviously by directed energy weapons. So they took it down. It's still on Mr.
Wait a minute. You just said what I've been saying? I thought I was the only one that's saying that. So you're finally waking up? Well, it's about time y'all started putting videos out there like I do. Because I haven't seen that yet. Interesting. Let's keep on. Proceed.
Mr. Knox's channel and Facebook so we can get that. Apparently because it contains nudity, pornography, or other sexual provocative manner. Their divided community guideline restrictions do not allow that. And obviously Mr. Knox is just too damn handsome, and he's causing nudity, sexual provocative content just by his stature for John Knox, and putting out excellent videos like the last one I did on 5G. Hey, but what I wanted to really make a point here, folks, is I've got over 42 different videos I put up now under directed energy weapons. If they're going to start targeting directed energy weapons as a community guideline strike, taking off this channel.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to say it. They're using energy weapons. And I'm going to say it this way. Shoot them out of the sky with shotguns. Because when you have a shotgun and you see them things flying in there at night, quit being dumb, or your house is going to be on fire. You know the funny thing is, people need to wake up fast. Start sharing videos, folks, because I'm the only one left. Everybody's getting striked and losing their videos because they're not gaming like I am. See? Who's the smart one here? Keep on striking. I will be the last one standing.
In a very, very short time. So in the show liner notes, I'm going to include all my videos I put together on directed energy on YouTube, and I ask that you please copy, please download, please save on your own hard drives, because this is critical information. This is historical information that we need to archive, and I don't know too many other channels. I know Weather Wars International is covering the directed energy. Rick Duarte's done some good work here. John Knox, Rob Rubin, all shout out to you guys for posting this. Wendell, Trey Basso is doing a great job as well. So let's keep posting the directed energies as it keeps going on. We'll keep chronicling. We're the archivists. We're the stewards. We're the history. We're the we're conserving history. And like the gentleman talked about before on the video I posted, this information needs to be saved by everyone, because this information is being taken down. The Mandela effect, history is being rewritten and changed. So the more of us that can archive us, the more of us that can save us on the hard drives and wherever other backup systems you have, please do, because this information is really, really critical for all of us to save and document what is going on here, and that we have it for historical record.
By the way, I'm going to show you some of the game designs that I did on 2014, starting on this one. And if you have not seen the Big Fat 3, I put that on there as in Superman Big Fat 3. Not a lot of Big Fat 3s out there that looks like that. I did it. I made it my own. Enjoy.
For the future, so when we do need to hold people accountable and delete the elites and bring them to justice, we do have the records and the history to do that. So I ask that you please take the information as much as you can. It's very easy to do. I'll include a free YouTube downloader that downloads YouTube very quick to your hard drive, and I'll include that in the show notes as well. Anyway, let's move on. So just one more thing to comment on if you're in the YouTube support team here. They kind of hit you all the time. This is from July 25th. This is to notify you we've received a privacy complaint from an individual regarding your content. Oh, they didn't like my content, an individual. So YouTube reported is violating privacy. You have 48 hours to take action on the complaint. If you remove the alleged violation from your site, with 48 hours, the complaint will then be closed, but they don't tell you what the complaint is about or who filed it or anything. If the potential privacy violation remains on the site after 48 hours, the complaint will be reviewed by the boob and may be removed pursuant to our privacy guidelines. Alleged violations commonly occur with the video content. YouTube offers a custom blurring tool which allows you to blur anything in your video, including individuals or information. I stand by what I reported. I am not going to even reply to this, so whoever in the shill suspicious.
All right. If you delete people's videos, telling you the truth and what's going on, you will die. You will die. They're going to kill you. And that's all I got to say. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But I have a feeling YouTube is doing this because they've been bullied by Obama and the administration that's doing all this. If you don't remember, I'll say it again. October the 1st, 2016, when ICANN took the internet. So, there you have it, folks. Let's keep on going. By the way, this is my Rim 3 Chevrolet that I created. Enjoy.
Flat Earth movement did this. Too bad. So I wanted to give you an update here on some of the comments. This is from 15 hours ago up in Reading. Speaking of reinventing physics, August 2nd, I attended a community meeting regarding the Natchez fire, now 9,400 acres. Storm came out of nowhere. Incident comes to fires rolling down the hill, and gravity is against us. Gravity? Gravity directs fire? Then why doesn't the flame roll right down a candle into your hand? Anyway, the Natchez is contained on 3 sides, except on the side facing Happy Camp, California. 3 weeks, 863 personnel, 8 helicopters, 11.7 million to date, and they cannot stop it and are bringing the fire down of the mountains towards the people. It will double. The arsonists and weather controllers did their work, and then it's turned over to the fire farmers, now known as incident management teams. The July 15th storm targeted the southern Oregon northern border. They claim 160 lightning strikes in the middle of the night. I was watching the strikes online. There was only a handful. My Weems and Plath barometer never moved off 1016 millibars. High pressure. You need low pressure. And today another freak unpredicted buildup appeared and produced a few drops of precipitation through the smoke here. Again, the barometer stayed steady at 1016 millibars. Pass quickly, and I do know what the effect will be. They're going to keep trying, indeed. So this is a picture from CNN. This is from the Reading fires, the car fires, folks. Again, what do you think was the cause of these fires, folks? What do you think?
You mean Clinton News Network? Let's keep on. CNN is nothing but garbage. They like showing porn stars on there.
Burn these cars and torch them with temperatures over 2,500, 3,000 degrees to cause this kind of destruction here of completely melted metal, thousands and thousands of degrees. Well, guess what? It was a flat tire.
This is my National Guard number 3 Chevrolet. I bring the 3 in it instead of the 88. Enjoy.
flat tire started the deadly car fire. Get it? Flat tire, car fire. See how they're having fun with this? So anyway, the blaze turned, and it was just happens countless times on roads. A vehicle gets a flat tire, temporary inconvenience, but it failed last month as a trailer and its rims scraped the asphalt, resulting in the catastrophic fire. Sparks shot out on July 23rd. That minor incident quickly spread, ignited what is now the 6th most destructive fire in California history. Bullshit. Look at this, folks. 6th most destructive fire started by a rim fire. Are you kidding me? No weather, no temperatures. All right, we got other stuff going on too. Before I reported about some fentanyl being placed on a car in Houston, Texas, and being blamed on those trying to protect targeted individuals. Those are being attacked with psychotronic warfare. I know many people, including myself, this applies to. So this group, Targeted Justice, bringing justice to targeted individuals, trying to bring awareness. And apparently someone had planted fentanyl on a car that allegedly a women sheriff had grabbed and sent to the hospital, which later turned out to be bullshit. So they're just asking people to help, and these are their official spokespersons, and they have a file about targeted individuals. If you don't know about targeted individuals, it's using psychotronic microwave weaponry to put voices in people's heads, cause them to have nightmare dreams, cause pain, cause heart attacks, anything you can think of. It's so devious what they can do, but that's one report. Another thing that just happened yesterday, really interesting, New York Times, Venezuelan president targeted by a drone attack, first time ever. Apparently a person in power has been attacked by a drone, and here you can see the footages, if I can get this to play.
This is Austin Dillon's number 3 Real Tree Bass Pro Shot that I created. And I put zombie on there as we got the zombie apocalypse coming. I did this one in 2014, giving everybody signs that the zombies are coming from your drugs that you're taking. Enjoy.
And here you can see long footage of this is the grandstands where the president of Venezuela is. And you see all the people starting to scatter as they realize there might have been a drone attack, and watch all the military parade just disassemble. And everybody kind of go chaos. So is this the new kind of terrorism they're going to be foisting on for even more protection, so we can't even speak to our representatives? And Venezuela is definitely being targeted by the delete the elite, and we need to bring awareness to that. And finally, just setting the record straight, this is a photograph I included as a thumbnail on one of my last directed energy videos. This is obviously a fake. Once I looked at it more, flames are way too high. Guy's back of his shirt is stupid. It's obviously being photoshopped. So I apologize for including that in, and thanks for Wendell for pointing that out. Keeping the record straight. All right, there's a plain truth out. We'll catch you in the next video. Heads up and on a swivel, folks. It's only going to get more interesting. Fire season's just starting. We got massive heat waves in Africa, down in South America. People are dying from heat. It's overwhelming to the human body. It's getting so hot. Anyway, head up on a swivel, and we'll catch you next video. Peace.
Well, I could have told you they were killing people, but nobody wanted to listen to me, even the NASCAR online drivers. If you did not see what I did on purpose, that little sponsor that I put on the back of that car a while ago is for you trollers. Eat, sleep, conquer, trollers, repeat. Suplex City, bitch. That's all I got to say. Let's go to the next story. What is the next story? This is too hilarious. No, I won't say that one. Tsunami warning, breaking news 15 minutes ago. Let's check it out.
What's up, guys? I wanted to go live real quick. This is breaking news as of this minute. It is about 1:33 p.m. Pacific. I'm guessing it's about 4:30 Eastern. At least 39 killed as a 7.0 magnitude earthquake hits off of Lombok Island, and there is a tsunami warning apparently. I cannot confirm the tsunami warning, but it looks like there is a tsunami warning, and that's coming from BMKG, and they are warning the Indonesian government that people need to seek high ground in certain areas. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean there's going to be a tsunami. They are just being precautious. So, wanted to let you guys know that as soon as I got it. You can find that. I get it from my alerts, and then I got it from an email. There's tons of videos, so I'm going to get working on putting some of those together. Lots of shocking footage already. I at least see.
What happened? Did he just get shot?
Have a great day. Be safe. Be
Okay.
prepared. Mark's out.
I thought they just shut him down. See what they're doing to our videos? They did the same thing he did on our videos. Okay, this is what I'm finding out. The tsunami warning did not happen. But I will tell you this. They're trying to hit the plates, the earthquakes, with bombs. Where it makes earthquakes, okay? That's what's happening right now. Let's go to the next one. What's the next story? Russia appoints Steven Seagal as special envoy of Russian-U.S. humanitarian ties. Interesting. Let's listen to this one. And this is my Wolverine #1 Chevrolet. Enjoy. This is interesting. Steven Seagal helping Putin.
This is a strange development. Russia appoints Steven Seagal as special envoy for Russian-U.S. humanitarian ties. Russia's foreign ministry has announced that it had made American actor Steven Seagal its special representative for Russia-U.S. humanitarian ties. Seagal was granted Russian citizenship back in November 2016. The Russian foreign ministry said on Saturday that his role will be, quote, to contribute to the further development of Russia-American relations in the humanitarian sphere, including interactions in the fields of culture, art, public and youth exchanges, among other things, end quote. The ministry also stressed that this was a post related to social and political matters without a monetary reward. RT reports Seagal won't be receiving any payment for doing the job, which the ministry described as, quote, the case of people's diplomacy meeting with traditional diplomacy, end quote. The 66-year-old action star, who appeared in more than 60 movies, including Above the Law and Under Siege, said that he was sincerely grateful, quote unquote, to the Russian Foreign Ministry for the opportunity. Quote, I've always tried to do everything possible to help Russian-American relations to improve. I was working towards without having any official status, and now it is a great honor for me to do the same officially, end quote. Seagal, who holds both Russian and U.S. passport, said. Seagal has been a longtime supporter of Russia, visiting it regularly as he opened a chain of the Planet Hollywood franchise in Moscow in the 90s. In 2013, he became an ambassador for Russian firearms manufacturer Orsis.
Oh, by the way, this is Razor Ramon, WWF WWE Hall of Famer #7 Chevrolet. Enjoy.
Hollywood star, whose family originally hails from Russia, that's something I didn't know, received citizenship in 2016 and signed his passport in the presence of Putin. This by Neam Harris on your Newswire.
That is so interesting. That is so interesting. That's all I got to say. Russia has Steven Seagal helping. That is great news. Which we need them to help us. Steven Seagal knows a lot what's going on in California. This is where Russia is getting all their information from Steven Seagal, from the pedophile government. I like her channel. Well, I like her too, but her channel. This is the one I was talking about, Amy. If you're still there, I cannot read all the comments tonight, guys. I cannot respond. Okay. Okay. 7.0 magnitude earthquake, Lombok damage also in Bali, Indonesia. Photos. What I'm finding out now, North Korea had something to do with their bombs hitting the Indonesia into the Pacific or into the ocean uh, for the earthquake to happen. So they're testing other countries before they hit California is what I see happening. All right, let's go to the next deal. This is great.
Hi everyone, I'm Mary with Mary Greeley News.
Yeah.
They had a magnitude 7.0 earthquake in Indonesia near Lombok. This is a week after that last deadly earthquake. I have photos for you. This earthquake is longer than the last one that occurred a week ago. It was felt and there's damage over a much larger area. There's damage in Bali. They temporarily issued a tsunami warning that was quickly called off. Volcanoes have now been put on alert in that area. As I've told you before, large earthquakes do shake the calderas of volcanoes. According to the USGS, the quake struck off the north coast of the island at around 6.21 miles beneath the surface at around 7:45 p.m. local time. BMKG has carried out an earthquake update with a strength of a magnitude 7 at a depth of just 15 kilometers. The shallower the earth...
By the way, this is Big Show number 12, Ford Fusion that I created for WWE.com that I created in 2014. Enjoy. It's got a kind of like a camouflage look to it because Big Show big on camouflage. If you do not know who Paul White is, he lives in Alabama on 280 in Chelsea. Enjoy.
Quake, the more damage, the more it's felt. While USGS said the earthquake had a depth of 31 kilometers. Early reports suggest at least 3 people have been killed. I'm sure there's a lot more. No numbers on those that have been injured. The earthquake also was felt for several minutes in the city of Bali, the main tourist destination. El Patiz, I'm sorry for pronouncing these names wrong, published a Australian tourist statement stating that all hotel guests ran out and they did the same. Michelle Lindsay told Reuters. A number of residents saw the ruins of a building due to the earthquake that hit the vehicle and one shopping center in Denpasar, Bali. That was today, Sunday. The Lombok earthquake caused damage in various locations in Bali and resulted in a number of people being injured. Since the initial quake, authorities have recorded 27 aftershocks. There's been more than that. The same area was struck with an earthquake on July 29th. There has been reports that North Bali, a Catholic church, was damaged, and here's images of that. Most recently, there was a 5.0, a 4.3, another 4.3, a 4.9, a 4.7, a 5.4, another 4.9. Now, these are earthquakes 2.5 or greater by the USGS. 632 people reported to USGS, but it makes sense they wouldn't report them not living there. One earthquake has it as a high as a 7.1, that's automatic. Another one as high as a 7.05, a 7.15. USGS grades their earthquakes different than they do there in Asia. Another as a 7.10.
This is my Rob Zombie Apocalypse number 3 Chevrolet. Enjoy.
7.01, a 7.11, a 7.12, a 7.43, 7.16. This one here has it as an 8.01. The latest quake, which triggered a brief tsunami warning, damaged buildings as far away on Bali, including a department store and the airport terminal, where ceiling panels were shaken loose, authorities said. This is the airport after people evacuated. And from inside the terminal, when the tiles fell, the warnings cover North Lombok, East and North Bali, and the north side of Java. This is for the tsunami warning, I believe. Southeast Madura, South Kalimantan, and South Sulawesi. And if I pronounce them wrong, I apologize. Officials urge people to move away from the ocean towards higher ground, but the tsunami alert has now been lifted. The tsunami that came in was only about 6 inches. Videos showed screaming people running in panic from houses in a Bali neighborhood and vehicles rocking. This here is one of the mosques that people evacuated from. A Twitter video. I cannot play the video for you because if I did, I would get a YouTube.
Okay, after Venezuela got bombed and the president was getting attacked, this was happening. All these earthquakes. Remember, the bombs are doing these earthquakes on purpose. They're depopulating the world. The NWO is. We're going to be next, folks. It's just a matter of time. I just wonder if y'all are ready. Let's keep on.
Copyright strike. On Lombok, soldiers and other rescuers carried injured people on stretchers and carpets to an evacuation center. A lot of people are injured when they run out of the buildings during the earthquake. Here's an image of one of the damaged mosques. All the tile, look at that, that fell. The tsunami warning was lifted around 8:40 p.m. local time. The warning was revoked after waves of just 6 inches high in 3 villages. The tremor will prompt large-scale evacuation.
This is my payback is a bitch number 3 Chevrolet. YouTube bullies, trollers. Yeah. I was making fun of the bullies, trollers. If you didn't know, bullies are trollers now. And that's they're my terrorist attacks. And enjoy the number 3 car.
Evacuations from a nearby volcano. Power blackouts occurred in North Lombok. They're saying that because of the electrical blackout, they're unable to assess the entire situation. But at least 3 people have been killed. Another video of the shaking, the earthquake. Another video. Yeah, there's been damage to both islands. The Lombok disaster officials said people poured out of their homes in panic to move to higher ground, particularly in North Lombok and Mataram, the capital of West Nusa Tenggara province, which includes Lombok. The Bali and Lombok airports were operating normally Sunday night, according to the Director General of Civil Aviation. There had been a half-an-hour evacuation at the Lombok airport earlier in the evening following the quake because they say the electricity went off. More images of the damage at the airport. Looks like mostly ceiling tiles fell, but see the cars outside the airport? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were hit by falling debris too. Runways, taxiways, and airport aprons have not been damaged. Operations in both the land and the air areas are normal. And I'm not going to try and pronounce the name of that airport. It has been checked in the air area to ensure the reliability of the flight facilities and is ensured to be safe for flights, they say. ARI added that operational officers in the field also examined the structure of the terminal building as a whole. However, there was some minor damage, such as a number of ceilings in the terminal building collapsed due to the strong shocks. We will make repairs as soon as possible for less than 24 hours because...
This is my number 8 Spurs Coca-Cola Chevrolet. Enjoy.
They are not related to the building structure, he said. ARI added that there was no fatalities or injuries caused by the release of several ceilings in several corners of the airport terminal building. At around 8 a.m., the airport was cut off from electricity and people, namely employees and passengers on the air side, and the terminal was evacuated at the evacuation point outside the terminal. By 8:30 p.m., the prospective passengers had returned to the terminal waiting room. I believe that's a misprint. It should be 8:30 a.m. So only minor damage to the terminal facility, nothing to the runways. At present, in order to maintain the safety and security of our passengers, we are reviewing and cleaning various facilities in all areas, both at the terminal and the air side affected by the 7.0 SR earthquake. centered on 27 kilometers northeast of North Lombok at a depth of 15 kilometers. And they apologize for any inconvenience that may arise due to the cleaning process. The Mataran City Hospital was evacuated of its patients because of damage to the building. And here's some images of the patients outside. A mall in Bali that was evacuated, they had structural damage along some of the supports to the building. There's a video here of that. Ceiling tiles fell. The escalators were shut down. More ceiling tiles that fell. People had to walk down the escalators. Damage to a lot of motorcycles outside the malls. The roof of the Matahari Duat, that's Ambassador Plaza, had a lot of damage. Number of vehicles, including cars and motorcycles at the shopping center. If anyone was out there, yeah, they would have been injured really bad. The same thing happened at Mall Bali Galleria, Badung Regency, I guess. Another image.
All right, this is my number 3 American car. Royal Purple was one of the guys that was taken in custody for sexual harassing a kid online and bullying people on NASCAR online in NASCAR 14. He's one of them. I'll go down the line for y'all. We did the NASCAR Marines skit for the Marines. We were NASCAR Marines, as in like a gaming thing for Call of Duty, and everybody thought I was a Marine. Stupid is what they are, and they're ignorant and they're dumbasses. And here's Dustin McGee 8. I put his name on there because he wanted the war. He got one, and he got destroyed by me on the game. He lost every match, every race against me, and rest in peace. Trollers is what it says on the back. All I got to say is you ran into a buzzsaw, Royal Purple. You didn't think I was doing that, did you? You didn't think I was going to stop you. Guess what? Think again. I stopped every bully online.
Of the Mall Bali Galleria, when it was evacuated, all the people. Another video, yeah, a lot of damage, a lot of debris down below. If anyone was out there, yeah, they would have been hurt or killed. In Bali, different homes and places of worship damaged, and I am not going to try and pronounce any of those either. I have another Twitter post, a video of the damage at one of the hospital. Yeah, it's quite extensive. Here you can see cement, yeah, large chunks of cement. Corner supports in the hallways damaged. And then reports about the power being out in different areas of the city of Mataram, West Nusa Tenggara. Yeah, people were quite upset, afraid, panicking. Another building damaged. Look at that. This whole top, support. Look how it moved. And then we got all the damage down below.
This was the car that I made when they made fun of Sideways. 2014 is when I met the son of a bitch. We're gonna lose. WGL. Rest in peace. Hurricane season. Every time you come into my lobby, you got destroyed, boy. And yeah, this is my hurricane car. Hurricane warning in effect for the trollers and the bullies. And yeah, I come in and I destroyed every troller online. Not just destroyed them, I put them on my YouTube channel too. You thought you were winning the game when I was beating you. So there's your hurricane season. We're gonna lose. Rest in peace, Chevrolet. Bullies, bye. Payback. Trollers dead. You messed up when you sexual harassed women, kids, and handicap online. And you bullied them. Yep. Oh well. That's what happens when you mess with me.
Being just before before 8 o'clock, 7:45 their time. There's a lot of people out and about. But at least with this earthquake, we're getting more reports than we did with the one from a week ago. So I imagine there's going to be probably more deaths. There was 16 to 17 deaths during the last earthquake. And this one was much stronger over a much larger area. And I really doubt that it was a 7.0. I think it was stronger, but could have been more damage because it was shallower.
I found out it was a 7.3 on the Richter scale, but the USGS dropped it down. So it happens. And they're not really earthquakes, they're bombs. Missiles and bombs hitting the coast and making earthquakes happen in the plates. Let's keep on.
So what are your thoughts? Put your comments down below. Please subscribe. Please thumbs up my videos. Please stay safe. And I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.
Yep. I love that. I love her. She's awesome. Thank you, Amy, for the report. Unbelievable. Great stuff. Let's see here. What's the next one? Fear the air you breathe. Biological attacks coming. Air you breathe. San Francisco. Interesting. Let's go to that now. Let's go to that one now. Chemtrails, right? Let's go. Oh shoot. Wait a minute. This is my Y2J Chevrolet. Chris Jericho, break the walls down. WWE. WCW, whatever you want to call them. Still waiting on that thing to download. I think they've cut her video off, or his video, or somebody's video. This is a Y2J car. What's going on with the internet? They're having problems over here. Wake up. Remember when they said they were going to cut the power off in 2000? The internet? We had a glitch because of a date issue on the computers. Yeah, the power went out all right. New York's power and Chicago's power that day, or that year, was the power blackout that they had, which I hear there's going to be another blackout very soon. I don't know what happened to this video. Amy, it's not playing. I'm going to try it again, but it's not playing. Thanks for trying on that one. Damn, what's next? Didn't work. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to try again. It did not work. All right, we're going to go to Bible's ban in California. Moves one step closer to evil reality. This is why you're going to get bombed on the West Coast. And if you have a Baphomet there, you're going to be blown away too. Because you have a, if you did not know, atheist, if you're not rich, you're going to die anyways. Oh, and another thing. I thought I might tell you this. If you took the Bible out of California, you're going to get blown away by Russia. Who's next?
Bible's ban in California moves one step closer to an evil reality. Hold that thought. Quick question. Is your family ready if disaster strikes? Earthquakes, hurricanes, grid failure, or the Middle East war spiraling out of control? These are real threats, so do not be caught off guard when disaster strikes. Get the survival food I trust for my family at preparewithgary.com. Now, back to the news. Randy DeSoto for the Western Journal Report said a new California pro-LGBTQ bill that would ban the sale or distribution of materials related to, quote, conversion therapy easily passed the state assembly on Thursday. CBS News affiliate KOVR reported the final tally was 50 to 14. Assembly Bill 2943 now heads to the Democrat-controlled Senate. Now, the bill would make it an unlawful business practice to engage in any transaction intended to result or...
This is my Cobra, G.I. Joe Cobra car. Enjoy.
That results in the sale or lease of goods or services to any consumer aimed at sexual orientation change efforts with an individual. Goods would include any books or written materials, while services would encompass counseling individuals seeking to address same-sex attractions. According to the Los Angeles Times, quote, one key part of the debate centers on whether Assembly Bill 2943 would stretch beyond businesses that charge for conversion programs and extend to printed documents, including Bibles. The Bible clearly teaches that homosexual conduct is a sin and instructs Christians to abstain from it. The Apostle Paul records that people he ministered were to homosexuals, among other types of sinners, but they were transformed by the Spirit of God to the renewing of their minds into their new identities as born-again children of God. However, Randy Thomason with the SaveCalifornia.com told CBN News that the bill's actual language is very broad and can easily be brought to bear on Christian ministries. Take a look.
A bill that would actually ban some Christian books is working its way through the California State Assembly. Sponsors of Assembly Bill 2943 actually want to outlaw books that basically teach against homosexuality and gender identity. SaveCalifornia.com's Randy Thomason joins us now for the latest on this legislation. Randy, thanks for joining us.
Yes.
So tell us more about this bill. I mean, it sounds like a stretch even for California, a bill attacking free speech and freedom of religion?
There's 8 homosexual legislators, Democrats, all of them, who are sponsoring this bill. And AB 2943 would start by saying, okay, nobody can get count.
This is my Brock Lesnar. Eat, sleep, conquer, trollers, bullies, repeat. WWE.com Chevrolet. Enjoy.
Counseling to overcome same-sex desires. Okay, so no help for adult children, adults who were molested as kids, and now they're adults, and they say, I want help to overcome these feelings. No help for you. But because the bill is actually written in a part of the law that deals with consumer complaints, it actually says no goods or services can be sold for anything. Any practice is very vague, very broad. Anything helping people overcome same-sex desires. So this is a pastor speaking. You pay a ticket to hear him speak. He speaks about overcoming same-sex desires. Hey, that could be outlawed. A church sells a book about overcoming same-sex desires. Well, there's a sale, it's a transaction. That could be banned. So this is very expansive, very tyrannical, and absolutely squashing free speech, religious freedom, and basic choice of people. This is an anti-freedom, anti-American bill.
God help America. If this law passes, then a Christian in California will face a lot more persecution for their faith. Unbelievable. The Bible.
You mean Russia blows up the West Coast and then it will break the plates into a 12.0 plus earthquake, Gary Frenchie? You're right. You're right. And I was right. And there's nothing the trollers, the bullies, the sexual harassment and threats can do about it. If you smell what the Drew is cooking.
It says that we will be persecuted for our faith, for our belief in Jesus Christ. So say a prayer for those in California. Comment below, subscribe for updates. We'll see you at the next report. For the Next News Network, I'm Gary Franchi. I hope you enjoyed that report. Now it's time to have a serious conversation. What would you do
buddy,
if disaster strikes?
I'm going to tell you right now, I loved your report. I really do. But you're selling yourself as a CIA operative because you're asking for money and selling stuff, and I'm not. But hey, at least I called you out from it. What is next? Did this come out again? No. That's it. Ain't no more. Let's go to the next one. Is there another one? No. All right, we're going to the next story. Let's see whether there's another story. Hurricane. Coast Guard issues port conditions advisories for Big Island mariners ahead of Hector. Hector is going to destroy Hawaii, folks. Okay, this is turning into an ugly story right now. Coming out of BP Earthwatch. Some of his stuff is good and some of it is bad. But we got to listen to this. Let's see if I have to call him out again, or is he on the right page with the hydrothermal explosions when the hurricane hits, like we've been talking about with me, Daniel, and Berkeley scientist, former scientist that's been speaking out. Let's go to it right now. Oh, and the next car. What is the next car that I made? By the way, sorry about your damn luck, trollers. I told you I had something for you today. And yeah, let's go to the next one. Paint scheme. Oh, Optimus Prime Transformers Chevrolet. Enjoy. Let's go.
2018. Guys, you're looking at Hawaii News Now, and it's saying Coast Guard issues port condition advisory for Big Island mariners ahead of Hector. Now, Hector is that big storm that I mentioned in the video last night. Now, Hawaii has had hurricanes before, but a lot of times they will fizzle out by the time they get into that cooler water or into that northern area of the Pacific. But we've had very strange weather. We're having record heat around the world. You guys in the UK, in Europe, different places, you're breaking heat records every day, and you're saying, well, BP, why did you say we're going into a grand solar minimum and a cooling period? Guys, because right now our shields are weak. It's summertime, and so we're having extreme gamma ray penetration into our atmosphere, and you're having increased sunburns, you're having increased storms, and you're looking at this particular video for that very reason. Because when the earth shields are weak, guys, you have this extreme gamma ray penetration. What is the first thing that hits before it hits our planet? It hits our magnetic shields, or our electrogeomagnetic shields. So that energy is forced into the North Pole of the planet, and really actually a much wider area, and out the southern area of the planet, guys. If you hold a compass, just doesn't matter, $2 compass, points north. That's because of invisible lines that you do not see, called the magnetic lines. This is the shields. So right now, we're in the summer, we're going to see extreme heat conditions, extreme storms. In the winter, you're going to see extreme cooling. Now, what will happen year after year, going on for the next maybe 50, 60 years, guys, is these weather extremes. The summers will be extreme, but they will become short. The winters will be extreme.
This will be my Dean Ambrose, number 47, Lieutenant Fringe, Lunatic Fringe. I'll get it right in a minute. My eyes are bad, guys. Enjoy. This will be the last car I'm going to show for tonight, and I'm going to let y'all go. This will be the last story for tonight, too, because I'm wore out.
And they will become longer. Anyway, let's look at this quick update. I did a video about the hurricanes coming into Hawaii and the geothermal explosions that are possible. When you pour this much moisture into lava, it creates steam. And what is steam? Steam has been one of the first engines way before gasoline engines ever appeared on the planet. You boil the water, you heat the steam, and these railroad trains roll down the line. Now, let's look at the update. They're talking about Hurricane Hector. It says, in preparation for any possible impacts from current Hurricane Hector, Coast Guard officials are issuing safety reminders for mariners on Hawaii Island. On Sunday, the Coast Guard said port conditions for Hawaii County ports, Hilo and Oahe, were set to whiskey an alert condition and advising boaters that winds above 34 knots or 39 miles per hour are possible within 72 hours. Currently, the center of Hector is expected to pass south of Hawaii Island, but tropical storm force winds extend outward over
Thanks for the
100
7
miles
likes.
from the storm center, and officials want everyone to be prepared. Now, these are the basic warnings, but be aware of what's called a geothermal or hydrothermal explosion. When lava and water mix, called a steam explosion. That's how steam engines again came into existence. But it says pleasure craft operators are advised to seek safe harbor. The Coast Guard recommends port facility managers review their heavy weather plans and take all necessary precautions to prepare for the anticipated conditions adequately. Mariners can view the latest port updates on the Coast Guard's homepage or home port site. So go to Coast Guard home port, look it up, guys. But this is what's going on during port whiskey conditions. Ports remain open to all commercial traffic, and all transfer operations may continue. Vessels between 200 and 300 gross tons that desire to stay in port must immediately contact the captain of the port to receive permission. Boaters are also required to submit a safe mooring plan in writing. Guys, and this is how it works. I have had a boat in Florida for a long time, you know it. And if a hurricane comes in, they're going to give you a call, an email, or text and say you might need to move your boat. Why? So you don't tear up your boat, everybody else's boat, and the dock. So in my case in Florida, we'll go up in the back bay or in the rivers or behind the island and anchor out. Been doing it a long time. Goes on to say that vessels bound for the ports of Hilo and Kauai unable to depart 24 hours before threatening winds making landfall are advised to seek an alternative destination. Additional safety measures for boaters include staying off the water, securing belongings, and staying clear of beaches. Guys, think about this. You've got the major lava flow coming out of Fisher Lake, right? Many miles, and it is pouring into the sea there. And you got that glaze, you got that mix of hydrochloric acid and glass particles. So if your hurricane's approaching south of you and coming from your eastern side, you're going to get a lot of wind and water creating more of this glaze and pushing it into the island. And so to you guys especially there, be aware of that. Be aware if you can get gas masks or air filtration systems. Stock up on your water. I hope you have some type of backup power, maybe generators, maybe a little solar. But anyway, be aware. But the main thing, I think, is geothermal explosions and the laze effect of extreme winds, extreme water, pushing this hydrochloric acid inshore. It says the additional safety measures for boaters include staying off the water, securing belongings, and staying clear of the beaches. And if the path or intensity of Hector changes, port conditions will also change. Higher levels of readiness for mariners include X-ray, Yankee, and Zulu. X, Y, Z. The Coast Guard will keep mariners informed via marine safety information, bulletins, anything changes. So you know you're going to have these high waves, you're going to have current changes, you're going to have rip currents, things like that, high winds, higher than normal. You're going to have higher than normal rainfall. And water and heat create geothermal explosions. Guys, it's a heads up. Be safe. We'll keep you updated.
Well, he got it right this time. Holy crap. That's right. Y'all need to watch out for these volcanoes, and a hurricane with that happening at the same time is going to be bad news, folks. That could be like I said, the caldera in the summit is sinking, and when it does, there's going to be a big mudslide during this hurricane. This could turn into a tsunami, and it could hit the west coast. That's what we're concerned about, and that is big. After you have that plant, chemical plant explosion, what he's talking about. It's about time he started talking like I am. Finally. It's about time you woke up, BP. I don't know what you were doing, but he knows now. I think he's having to do it a different way because he's got family and he's scared they're going to come and target him. But I'm not. I'm not scared. Let's read some comments. My back has been hurting me today. I'm going to read some comments before I leave. She says hello. Amy says hello. Mark says hello. I did see the video on that before they took it off. I thought they were burning it to get rid of them. But now that I think about it, it could be to get rid of evidence. You're right. Yeah, I'm trying to be right. They're doing it. They're doing it. That's why I went to gaming. They're not taking my evidence off of here. So we have to stay on here. I did see it. I want you to know that. Okay. Thank you, Amy. Listen to this. It is very important. I'm trying. They are all hired. They're paid for, and a lot of them are actors. Yes, you're right. Learning truth. They are supposedly had engineers in Lynchburg, Virginia. Yes, you're right. Dam and levels were lowered and allowed people back that evacuated. Yet, if I lived there, I would have stayed there. Okay, well, I'm not. I'm staying in Alabama because the Alabama belt is going to be safe through this whole thing. Lizards repel. Yeah, you're right on that, learning. The safest place to be in the will of God. They're gonna kick you off, learning truth. You might have to subscribe to me again. Y'all gotta stop that. Charlotte Knight says NASCAR. Thank you. All the cars that I've done. Thank you very much. And you said, yep. I've had dreams of the tsunamis hitting our northwest too. Yes. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of time and when. I mean, as we're getting closer, June 19th through August 28th is going to be the worst earthquakes, volcanoes, hurricanes are coming, guys. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. We're surrounded, and they know it. See, the government wants you to come to them so they can kill you, and that's what their plan is. All right. For the 7 likes, I am wore out. I did 2 videos, one on the other channel, or actually 2 videos on the other channel early this morning. And I have not had that much sleep because I've been working my rear end off. I know they're about to cut us off. If that tsunami goes into California, goodbye internet. And that's what I'm concerned about. And that's why I'm working my rear end off. Thank you. Whoever's still on here, the 3 people, I love you all. Amy, thank you. Truth, thank you. Mark, thank you. All of y'all that have subscribed to me, liked, and shared. Sharing is a big deal because it's word of mouth trying to save others. Because we all need you. We need you. The Wolverines need you. The real Wolverines. The Marines militia that's training. God bless you. Love you all. Be safe. And God bless America. We love you.